Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel of Dave and Dave. Today I'm going to be talking about the Boeing 737 MAX once again, and I'm going to be talking about why Boeing have continued to try and get the aircraft recertified, even though it's had loads of flaws in the past and it's cost Boeing a crazy amount of money. So, my first reason why it has continued to be attempted to be recertified is because of the fact that the aircraft itself is very, very fuel efficient, and this could be because it's 20% more fuel efficient, and airliners really want that type of stuff. So it'll be very hard to recreate another aircraft that's kind of like the Boeing 737 MAX, and this is the only method they can use in order to get the aircraft more fuel efficient. This is my first reason. So it's because of the fact that there's very limited things you can do with the Boeing 737-800 in order to make it better. So that's the only thing you can do. That's another reason why I'm mentioning that in the video. So my second reason as well is the fact that airlines with the Boeing 737 MAX, they won't be able to pull away so easily. They won't be able to get away from the Boeing 737 MAX even though they've ordered it. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because the airlines have ordered it because they want to expand their growth. They want to make sure that they're more fuel efficient, like I said earlier, and they also want to make sure as well that they don't have to wait for a long time to get aircraft. Now with Boeing, with the Boeing 737 MAX, you won't need to wait a long time. If you pulled out, you'll have to go for the Airbus A321neo, for example. But the problem with the Airbus waiting list is that you'll be at the back of the queue, and because there's lots of airlines at the moment who have ordered the aircraft, therefore you'll be right at the back, and it will take you ages in order to receive your first Airbus aircraft. And let's be honest, the Boeing 737 MAX will be recertified much before they'll receive the Airbus. So it's a lot better, it's a better option to stick with the 737 MAX. The current airlines should stick with it, and that's why they're doing so at the moment. And that is why the 737 MAX. There's another reason why. My second reason why it's been continued to develop into a better aircraft and to be recertified. Okay guys, so my third reason about why the Boeing 737 MAX is continuing to be recertified is because of the fact that Boeing would have to pay so much compensation to its customers, which are the airlines, if the aircraft was to be scrapped. Now this is because the fact that these airlines have paid lots of money for these aircraft, and they'll have to get refunded as well as compensation, I think. And at the moment, obviously, Boeing are paying compensation to airlines because of the groundings, etc. And it just costs them lots of money. And if they stop the Boeing 737 MAX growth, it will literally just cause chaos for airlines, and it will cause chaos for Boeing because they'll have so much money to repay. So that's my third reason. My fourth reason why the Boeing 737 MAX shouldn't be scrapped is because of the fact that they will have to lay off employees. This is because they won't have a production line. They want the production because they've starting new production because of the 737 MAX. That will be deeply affected, and employees will be laid off or they will lose their jobs as a result of this. So this means that there will be staff shortages, and it will just cause more chaos for Boeing. My fifth reason, linking to Boeing's situation with the staff shortage, or they'll have staff shortages, is that the airlines itself will also have to start getting rid of some of their staff. Now, this is not only because of the fact that they will have still higher bills for their aircraft, it's also because of the fact that aircraft need to be changed every certain amount of years because there might be some issues with the aircraft, or it may reach its retiring age. And because of this information, you can understand that there is a need for new aircraft. There is a need to get new aircraft. Now, I know you could say that you can get a new, you can lease out a 737-800. You can say that, but don't forget, guys, that the 737-800 is still going to be a massive cost to airlines because they're still going to have to pay lots of money for fuel, and the airline industry will continue to suffer. The reason why the 737 MAX was also made is because the aviation industry won't suffer as much, and it's suffering at the moment. So airlines don't want to fail, and they want to get new aircrafts, and as a result of this, they'll have to fire employees or make employees redundant because of the fact that they don't have the aircraft to physically actually fly, because their aircraft's either one being repaired or two retired. And as an aircraft gets older, the aircraft needs more maintenance work done, which means that their maintenance costs will be a lot higher. So this will mean that airlines will start to lose money, and because they're losing money, this means that in order to compensate for that, they're going to have to they're going to have to make some pilots or cabin crew redundant. Okay guys, so moving on to my fifth reason. The reason why my fifth reason why the Boeing 737 MAX is continuing is because of the fact that it's already near the recertification. Now this is because of the fact that Boeing have done many steps at the moment. They're apparently at the moment, according to the FAA, the Boeing 737 MAX will be having a test flight in the upcoming weeks, months, and that's not too far away. So because that's not too far away now, Boeing have confidence that the aircraft is perfectly fine to fly, and they also got more confidence as well because the actual pilots that are flying the aircraft have said it's a great aircraft to fly, and it's a lot better than what it was before, which means that this is possible, guys. This is possible for the aircraft to get back up in the sky again very soon, and this therefore means that Boeing should continue with the process. Otherwise, if they completely scrap the process, they've just wasted themselves lots of money and also lots of time as well. And Airbus will, as a result, the airlines will start to put a lot more trust into Airbus because of the fact that Boeing are not being very trustworthy about this. If they scrap the aircraft, and the airlines will lose Boeing's trust, and Boeing will just end up getting into massive amounts of debt, and it also just not be good for the long term as well as the short term. At the moment, the short term, Boeing are being hit quite hard by these groundings, but when it's back in the air again, they should start to get back up to where they used to be, being profitable again. However, at the moment, Boeing are experiencing some problems. So yeah, my fifth reason is about obviously the fact that the aircraft is going to be certified very soon. And it's been proven at the moment that the aircraft is well capable of being recertified. And it's possible for Boeing to do this, and that's good news for Boeing because they can continue with the Boeing 737 MAX, and that's something like the video. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of my 5 reasons why the Boeing should continue with the 737 MAX, and why they should not scrap, because there's also other issues around it. And as a whole situation, it's much better just to continue what Boeing are doing and get on the right tracks again and start to make sure that Boeing can get trust with the customers, the airlines. And Boeing are at the moment getting more trust because of the fact that the Boeing 777X is getting a lot of attention, and that's doing very well at the moment. And the customers, future customers for that aircraft, will trust Boeing once that's all been done, and at the moment that's looking to be an absolutely awesome aircraft, so airlines are starting to regain Boeing's trust again. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and also let me know in the comments as well if you have an opinion about the 737 MAX. Do you think it should be scrapped, or do you think it should continue to be as it is and get it recertified and get it back in the sky again to be one of the safest aircraft in the world, as well as one of the most fuel efficient aircraft in the world, as a result making the environment better and also making the airlines more profitable. Thank you all for watching, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace guys.